Podcast. Today we've got three fine gentlemen here that are going to pitch me, Jordan, the host tonight, their MCU film choice. And the debate will be decided by who I think does the best job. So, go around, introduce yourselves and your film that you will be choosing.
All right. I'm Reverend Spaceman.
Yay, Reverend.
Woo!
Boo.
Hey, I'm here to win.
You're disqualified just for that.
I'm here to win.
No, I'm the judge.
Is he disqualified for that?
No.
Yeah, Jordan is judge and executioner. Let him handle this.
Are you going to execute the loser?
You have an executioner here.
I'm still deciding.
Alright. I am pitching an all-new Marvel Disney-made...
Is Dave catching it?
Maybe. We'll see. Howard the Duck reboot.
Okay.
Because I think it's been enough time since that thing happened. It was Lucasfilm. You know,
I do like some Lucasfilm.
It was post Return of the Jedi Lucasfilm, so...
Alright, good.
Yeah,
Alright, good intro. Alright.
Oh, but,
State your name.
okay. I am Jake, the normal host of this channel, but since I'm participating in this gladiatorial debate...
You're on our level now.
Yeah. Just like the last
I
debate
have
video.
power now.
Yeah, Jordan is... He's in the hosting
Completely
seat.
gone to his head. Not
And
even
he-
2 minutes into
Yeah,
this.
he
He's
may
just
kill one of us
People
at the
know
end
me
of this.
mad with power.
I'm distinguished.
So my
Fastest
pitch...
corruption.
I'm getting my own channel.
He is.
Nixon.
So my pitch is Runaways by Brian K. Vaughan. A more recent Marvel series. I think it started in 2003, but it's a fantastic series, and I'll get into why after Dave pitches his.
I'm Dave, and my pitch is
Are you
also...
Jordan?
No, I'm not Jordan.
Okay. Thank you for
Yeah,
clearing that up.
well, yeah. I mean, people get confused
If it was
sometimes.
me, he'd be the judge.
Mine is somewhat a more recent take on a very established character. I'm pitching a Flash Thompson Venom movie. Now, no one was more skeptical of a Flash Thompson Venom than myself, but reading Rick Remender's run on it, that was quite good. And there's a lot, as I'll explain, that you could do with this character. I think will make a fantastic movie.
Are we allowed to just tear each other's
And just
apart now?
Whoa.
yeah, and just yeah. Well, afterwards,
Okay,
we're gonna tear
okay.
each other apart.
All good choices, I will say. To
I
start.
think, I guess now that we're done pitching, or I guess like the
Pitching and
characters
catching,
or
There's too
whatever.
much of that going on. We need a debate here.
I guess what we could do is,
I feel like we should save this for your sports ball podcast.
but I guess we'll open the floor with our actual pitch on like what the
Yeah.
movie will be about.
Opening statement of
yeah.
sorts.
Well,
So start us off strong, Reverend Spaceman.
As he's finishing his roll of pizza.
yeah.
It's gonna
Y'all can-
suck.
Y'all are welcome to these two. I didn't just make them for me, but if you're going to
Aw, thanks.
You're so sweet.
Alright, Howard the Duck does not need a plot. It does not need characters besides Howard the Duck. And it needs to be written by the writer of sex criminals, like the current comics are. It just needs to be a goofy...
Who
I
is?
don't remember the guy's name.
Matt Fraction.
Yeah,
I haven't read Sex Criminals.
you should.
I've committed some crimes, but I haven't read that particular series. But I do
You
like Matt
You haven't
Fraction.
had any of the other things?
I
His
think
run on the Iron Man.
Thinking
It's
about
really
his
good.
first time.
Yep.
Well, yeah, I just won because I've got
Wingman
like
kicks
3
good.
people on my side.
Fine. Go.
Alright,
This is over.
yeah, I win. Matt Fraction, Howard the Duck, boom.
Goes the dynamite.
Yeah, I actually don't really know what the plot would be.
all
I
right.
didn't think
Not
we
an
were that,
origin
I didn't think we
story.
were that focused on plot.
So, unlike your movie, mine has a plot.
Whatever.
So
it's gonna be a
He's already
long
throwing out
debate.
the personal tax, ladies and gentlemen.
So basically, to summarize the plot of Runaways, because I imagine a lot of people probably aren't familiar with it. Basically, it is about a group of young teenagers who find out that their parents are actually supervillains. They're a part of this organization called the Pride, who are based out of Los Angeles, California. And basically, they're running like the whole criminal outfit in the West Coast. And basically, every year since the teenagers were young, their parents got together every year for what they refer to as charity events. So, unbeknownst to them, they would just get together and they would hang out and just do children, teenage things, playing video games and whatnot.
Bang,
Until
drugs.
until one night, they're kind of like, what do our parents actually do? Then they find out that they're...
We all ask.
Yeah.
Parents, right?
Then, so they crawl through the vent in their parents' nice fancy mansion.
Not relatable at all.
Yeah. Well, hold on. But,
He's got a point.
so they see, their parents gathered around, what seems to be like this, ritualistic ceremony. And they're all in, like, different outfits and stuff like that. And there's this young girl, and then they stab her. She dies in, like, this ritual sacrifice, and then they're just like, oh my god, our parents just killed someone, holy shit. So basically, after they, kind of gather their wits, they're like, yeah, we need to leave, because our parents are evil people and they're supervillains. Because eventually they kind of look more into what was going on, and they're like, our parents are terrible, let's run away, hence the name Runaways.
I
But...
thought it was like the Joan Jett
No.
comic.
But then, so basically what they do is they gather resources and whatnot, and some of them even learn that they actually have superpowers. Like, I can give you a little rundown on the characters real quick. Thank you. So basically, the members of the Runaways is Alex Wilder, who is a prodigy, so he's super smart. He's the leader. He does, like, the tactical planning and all that stuff. Nico Minoru. I don't have a cast. I just want unknowns.
I've got a cast for mine. Seth Green, Howard the Duck.
Mine, I don't really... I just want unknowns, because and honestly, I couldn't think of any, like, teenage actors.
See, mine's already been cast.
Good. Good for you.
Most actors in teenage films are usually
Awful.
in their 20s anyway.
True, but just grab a bunch of unknowns.
Almost 30.
Marvel knows what they're doing with unknowns. I mean, look at Chris Hemsworth. He is relatively
Look at
unknown.
Andrew Garfield, playing 16 years older.
But,
Yeah. Still half believably, too.
Yeah.
some of the other members is Nico Minoru, who's she's like a magical witch.
Like
Carolina...
Scarlet Witch?
Huh?
Like Scarlet Witch?
Not quite as powerful, but she's got like a staff,
I
and
want
she
to
can...
see that, then.
Alright.
She's not as powerful. I'm just being an asshole. Go on.
Mary-Kate or Ashley Olsen will fit the role well.
Another character, Carolina Dean.
Retired from acting.
Turns out she's actually an alien, and her powers are sort of like Starfire, like she can like fly and shoot like energy blasts and stuff like that. Gertrude Yorks has a telepathic link to a velociraptor from the future named Old Lace.
Is this going to be like Transformers 4, where you see the Velociraptor
I hope so.
in the previews, but it's barely in the movie?
No, it is very much...
Is Mark Wahlberg in your movie?
He is not.
Yeah.
You lose.
That's going to suck.
Well, at least
Mark Wahlberg's not in it.
let
the point?
me finish
It's
pitching
Johnny
this.
Wahlberg, okay?
It's his less successful
I'm not
brother.
going to take a lesser Wahlberg. Just I won't do it.
Chase Stein has like these futuristic gauntlets that like shoot out fire and stuff like that. And then the youngest member, Molly Hayes, she's actually a mutant, but you can just change it in the movie to where she's enhanced.
She's a miracle.
Yeah,
She's
a
an
miracle.
Inhuman.
Or an Inhuman, yeah. But basically she's got like super strength, and so basically they're on the run, not just from their parents and their minions, they're also on the run from the law, who are also in the pockets of the Pride. And also, like your typical, like your normal heroes, like Captain America and all them, they're also trying to find the children because they're on the run, and they're like, well, we can't just let them be on the run.
So
also,
this is like the Super Goonies.
sort of, yeah. And The Goonies is a pretty popular movie, but also, so during the time of the comics,
Will Wheaton in your movie?
he can be.
Okay.
What?
He was in Stand By Me, not the Goonies.
Great film.
So was
But,
River Phoenix.
Basically, in the comics, it takes place before Civil War,
Not even
but
explain that.
since this will probably be like later half of like phase 3 or 4, like this is after Civil War, so basically more reason why they're being tracked down is because they have to be registered because they're superpowers and have abilities and whatnot. So most of the movie is just them on the run from the police, the Pride, their parents' evil organization, and just trying to like get to like catch the attention of the Avengers. That way they're like, hey, our parents are evil, go stop them.
Does this Pride organization have anything to do with Pride of Baghdad, also written by Brian K. Vaughan?
Or Kitty Pride.
Or Kitty Pryde, also written by Brian K.
To my knowledge,
Or
neither.
just personal pride?
No, because the
Pride
Pride
Rock from the Lion King.
of Baghdad
yeah.
was about
That's
lions in Iraq.
Vegeta's saying Pride.
Yes, it has to do with that.
Okay, the last okay.
You sold him. I think he's given up.
Is the Rock in it?
He can
How he
be.
better be.
But anyway, so basically, like with this movie, it has the perfect blend of like the Marvel style, where it's got like the nice lighthearted humor, but it also gets a little dark at times. Not like super gritty dark, but there are some pretty like darker moments in it.
Unless it's as dark as everything Frank Miller does, it's useless.
Not that.
I didn't mean that at all, by the way.
Yeah,
But also with this movie, you'll get you'll get like some nice cameos by like your big time superheroes like Captain America. If
Howard the Duck.
Howard the Duck could be in it, yes. Spider-Man and
Arms fall off, boy.
he's DC.
Whatever. They crossed over before.
That is true. But basically, like towards the end of the first volume, also I should probably mention that there is a mole within the Runaways, someone who's loyal to their
Like an
parents.
actual
Like
mole.
Mole Man?
Oh man.
Not Mole
It's
Man,
not Mole Man.
but basically a spy.
It's a disappointment.
So basically, throughout the it's also got elements of suspense because you're trying to figure out throughout the entire series who's spying on them. Giving information to the police and their parents. But basically, towards the end, there's this big battle between the Runaways and their parents. Because the parents are apparently more or less working for the Gaborim, which are like these gods, basically, who are basically going to destroy Earth, but gave them like the abilities and equipment and whatnot to be like, okay, if you guys, huh?
The Equipmonk?
The Equipmonk.
Equipmonk?
They're like, if you guys can help us bring about the end of the world, we will give you and your children like a free pass, and you'll be like living in this eternal
Like a
Eden.
hall pass?
Hall
It's
pass.
Like a comedy?
Like that movie.
Yes, but basically
Love that
they
movie.
get a free pass and they live in like this forever paradise. So basically, like the final battle happens. They defeat their parents. Spoiler.
No, I was going
And-
to read it.
And they find out who
You
the
pissed the judge off. I don't like your chances.
Sorry. But they find out who the spy is. They end up losing a valuable member of their team. So it's also very tragic in a sense.
Is that the
And
witch?
Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. already did it.
I won't
Not
mention
very
who it
well.
is, but yeah, and then it also has potential to go into other films, which I can go into later. But
Well, not that
I think
destroy
it-
the world.
Yeah.
Right.
Many times. Yeah, so I guess that leads us into my
This
pitch
thing?
for the Venom movie. Anyway, as I said, I was a little skeptical at first when I heard back several years ago whenever they announced that Flash Thompson was going to be the new Venom because, as many people are, I was a big fan of Eddie Brock,
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
the original Venom.
Topher
But-
Grace.
Yeah, Topher Grace,
Alright,
naturally,
Venom.
who could reprise his role, casting. Yeah, but anyway, like I said, if you haven't read any of the comics, go check out Rick Remender's run on, I think it's volume 2 of a Venom series. But anyway, this movie could have a lot of depth. There's a whole like American Sniper
Yep.
element to it. It can have a lot of Johnny Depp in it too. He needs a hit.
He really does. I will say that. I'll give you that.
If Black Mass doesn't work out, he can be in the Venom movie.
Okay.
As his Flash, as many of you do or don't know, I assume probably know, Flash Thompson was the childhood bully of Peter Parker.
Yep.
And,
They're really
eventually...
like high school.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I mean, he's one of the earliest Spider-Man supporting cast, but he appeared in Amazing Fantasy.
Yeah.
Debuting along with Spider-Man. But anyway, they sort of become friends after a while. Obviously there's that weird thing of, he hates Peter, but he loves Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Spider-Man's his idol.
the irony of
Which
it.
inspires him. He joins the military. Originally, I think
In the
serves
Iraq
in
War.
Vietnam or something. Well, way back when.
Oh,
but-
okay, yeah.
yeah, then he re-enlists. He has problems with alcohol and depression. He's abused by his father as a kid, so there's that whole element to his background,
Sounds like
Just,
Tony
yeah.
Stark.
his characterization, it's the alcohol. But anyway, he re-enlists. He goes into the Iraq War. He's inspired to heroism by Spider-Man, and in so doing, he loses his legs. And of course, he comes back traumatized
As
and all
Lieutenant
that.
Dan.
He comes back basically as Lieutenant Dan, another great actor you could add in the movie. He could just play the legless version.
Yeah.
Yeah, and also Tom Hanks as somewhat.
Hilarious.
Tom Hanks,
Or Tom
Johnny
Cruise.
Depp, Tom Cruise, Topher Grace. Who's not going to see this movie? But anyway,
Tom Cruise born on 4th of July. That Tom, Vietnam vet.
totally.
Yeah,
But anyway, he
that's your Agent Venom there.
he sort of comes to terms with it, but then of course he jumps at the chance. It's a military program, because the symbiote can basically regrow his legs. But he's, they have a suit, and he's the first person who can kind of control the symbiote. But he can only stay in the suit for 48 hours before it takes over his mind. So that's another that's another conflict you have. He's kind of fighting his inner demons, his past. He's also fighting the suit, which, while it gives him his legs back, it's also driving him insane because he just goes crazy and kills, like in his first or second mission or something. He just like throws a bomb down somebody's throat or something, and just rips people and as Venom in classic Venom style. But anyway, he winds up joining the Avengers. He's out with Guardian. He becomes the Avengers envoy in Guardians of the Galaxy, and he could. There's so many things you could do. It could be like Interstellar meets American Sniper. You could put him in space. You could he can pop into really any of the movies and not be out of place. You could it could be more of a kind of a spy through government espionage spy thriller type thing.
That.
Or it could be a Captain America type thing, or he can go balls to the wall action with all the other guys. And I think he stands on his own. With it, he's as much as he is involved in Spider-Man. I think he's he definitely he can stand on his own. He could certainly make a convincing standalone film. And not only just be a big asset for the rest of the Marvel Universe.
Okay, well,
Indeed.
here is.
Now let's
the
rip
big-
each other to shreds.
Yeah,
That's what I've been waiting for.
Yeah, finally. Here's the thing about yours. The big reason that yours is not going to work, and it starts with an S and ends with an Oni.
Well, this
Wait.
perfect world type situation.
Oh, Sony.
I thought if we were working in the confines of
I don't know
reality,
if assuming yours did get made, it would be Sony spearheaded. Not probably
and
not
it
that
couldn't
good.
be with the. Well,
It'd be
with
in the
this whole new
universe,
deal
but-
with Spider-Man worked out.
Well, yeah, but
I wasn't really thinking about that. In a perfect world, Marvel had all the rights to all the to everything.
Well, in a perfect world, all of our movies would be fantastic.
Yeah,
And be
like-
made, probably.
I think to be fair, all of our movies would be good in some form or fashion.
Yeah, I will say I would like to see all these movies made eventually.
But I think
they
mine
should be.
would probably be the most logical choice for the MCU. I'm not just saying that because it's my decision or my choice. But here's the thing
You're a
with
little biased declaring that.
here's why. Because one, I chose it, so it's better. But also, like with Howard the Duck,
It's a little out there.
it's a little out there, and sure,
But
it
it's
would.
already been done.
I think his Guardians appearance was enough.
Yeah,
No.
like that. I really do think no one like Howard the Duck has a
That's too much
he's got
after
his
that.
he's got his niche little
And
group
Seth Green.
who I'm sure are dying to see a good Howard the Duck movie, but your general
Know what he did
audience
to Kevin Connolly? Don't even get me started.
your general audience doesn't care about Howard the Duck. They don't want to see a Howard the Duck movie,
I'm
especially
going to
after
agree
that.
with Jake on this one because he's tearing you down.
Especially after that terrible 80s Howard the Duck movie, which sure it was in the 80s and
Okay,
was a
people
product
are
of its
Yours
time.
does have a terrible precedent, whereas mine
Alright,
doesn't.
but listen.
Actually, it's kind of sort of, but it's
Mine doesn't.
It's a different person.
Alright, but listen
it's
to
a
this.
different person.
Listen to this. People.
Order.
So it doesn't. Oh, casting. Bring it back to the.
No, I have
bring
a-
it back
I
to
have a
Topher.
point
Bring it
today.
back to Topher Grace Spider-Man. Joe Manganiello actually played Flash Thompson in those movies. I think he'd be a pretty good fit, honestly, to carry that on to be Venom.
Well, anyways,
Yeah.
the thing I was saying, if
I
people
think mine was
willing-
more important.
All right, the Howard the
People
Duck.
listening to this right now have already counted your Venom out. They don't even remember what you were talking
Well,
about.
Ben has judging.
It's just like Venom. That was
You're
awesome.
talking about Daffy Duck?
I think our amino audience does have a big Howard the Duck following.
I'm sure
I
they
will
do.
say. Most of
Well, yeah,
them
like, here's the
literally
thing.
No, I got a point to make here.
Okay.
All right.
I don't think you do. Let's just let him talk. I'm going to let you dig yourself in this hole.
The people are willing to. All right, the Howard the Duck movie was a Lucasfilm production. It was post Return of the Jedi. George Lucas had a bigger budget.
That was the
than
best
Return of
George
the Jedi.
Lucas, really?
No, Return of the Jedi was the beginning of the downfall for him.
Are you sure about that?
Ewoks.
a little bit.
Well,
It's for another
what-
podcast.
Yeah,
but
let's not get into Star
No,
Wars.
I'm just saying he didn't make a good movie after Return of the Jedi. Howard the Duck was the beginning of that, but people are willing to forgive because now that he's
Well,
now in
Indiana
charge-
Jones were. Indiana
Crystal
Jones were.
Skull. And he did those with Spielberg, anyways.
Yeah, but
Crystal-
they're pretty
but
solid
Crystal-
movies aside from Crystal
But Crystal
Skull.
Skull exists.
Except
Anyway,
for Temple of Doom.
people are willing to forgive Lucasfilm for the prequels with Force Awakens. That looks like it's going to be awesome. I don't think there's a soul who's really like negative about it. The worst people are
You'd
like
be
apprehensive.
surprised.
Well, yeah, there's always someone, but for the most part, people are looking forward to it. Disney now owns Lucasfilm and Marvel,
True.
which were both the companies basically involved in the Howard the Duck movie. If they can dig Star Wars out of the hole that it dug itself into, they can do it for Howard the Duck.
Star Wars really dig itself into a hole.
I mean,
I
yeah,
think
like the
it's-
prequels damaged it, but it wasn't in a hole by any
Still,
means.
yeah, just the expanded universe alone kept it
Also, like,
alive.
Well, the Howard the Duck comics were still as good as they had been.
You
but
can't say that Howard the Duck was as nearly in the cultural sphere as
No.
Star Wars.
like the Howard the Duck movie is like a cult favorite because it's one of those movies that's so bad it's enjoyable.
Yeah.
That's not what
I'm
we're
not
going.
saying-
That's not what we're going for.
Yeah,
here.
I'm not saying we remake Howard the Duck. I'm saying
You're
we
basically saying we remake Howard the Duck.
do. I'm saying we make a new movie and do him justice because he is a more obscure character than probably either of yours. I'll give you that. But he has also never been done justice outside of his comics.
I'd actually say. I'd say mine's probably the most obscure because they're newer. Yours has some. Both of you all have some annoying, and I'm not saying like that's a.
I will say yours might actually.
Yeah,
you
I
might
think
actually win the obscure
Dave's
battle.
Yeah.
Dave's is the most known, but it's
Yeah.
still obscure.
And probably,
in a way.
arguably, probably the most popular.
And
Yeah.
as far as people knowing the
Yeah.
whole story,
The studio is going to be behind that more. They were already trying to make like a Venom movie for forever, and I think this is the character. He's a much more sympathetic character. That
I will say if they're gonna make a Venom
you could
movie,
have more of a layered story with him than I think
if
just some
they are gonna
maniac.
make a Venom movie, I would rather see Flash Thompson, but I'd rather see Howard the Duck movie.
Well, again, like the thing
Rather
with
see a Howard the Duck movie.
the thing with Howard the Duck is what's a Howard the Duck movie gonna entail? Like, what will transpire
Yeah,
in that movie?
Scene by scene, line by line. Let's
Because
do it.
like your pitch was just kind of like just Howard the Duck. You said it doesn't need a plot. Every movie needs a plot of some kind, even if it's like an Expendables plot where it's just gunfights and explosions.
I
It's
think it'll be
like
better.
they go
I
in-
think it'll have a better plot than Expendables.
Sylvester Stallone voicing.
Then
Howard.
what like
Okay,
what's
yeah, that'd be cool.
what's the plot? What's the plot in Howard the Duck that would make it better than Expendables? Again, not
He
the bar's
becomes a
very high,
boxer.
but
Well, having a plot will make it better than Expendables. I'll just say
You're not
that.
going to have Jason Statham. You're not going to have Stone Cold Steve Austin. You're not going to have Dolph Lundgren. There you go. You're not going to have the other
Or
people in that
Arnold.
movie.
It's going to be all a part of Howard's
You're not
family.
going to have Chuck Norris.
Extended family that we don't know about. That's what you see in that film.
Well, it wouldn't be an origin movie because, those are overdone. They're not doing any more origins. It could be set. Honestly,
You're not big on the origins films if you all have listened to
Yeah,
previous
Yeah,
debates.
they're overdone.
agreed.
Yeah, I'd say just make a whole movie set in his alternate Duck universe. So it's part of the Marvel Cinematic Multiverse, and it could cross over eventually, but it's in its own universe then. Because generally people don't really know about that. They're just like,
Yeah.
what the fuck is this Duck person doing here? Why is Daffy? Why is Donald Duck?
But
in
that's
Marvel?
exactly what it is, and I didn't want to say it at first. I didn't want to be insensitive, but I don't even like ducks, and I think there's a lot of people out there
Whoa.
that would agree with me.
Breaking news.
I'm not a fan
Someone,
of ducks
I mean,
either.
a cute raccoon
Breaking news times
played
two.
by the adorable Bradley Cooper. A tree
You
played
call
by
yourself a '90s kid. There were ducks everywhere in the '90s.
Good
yeah,
ducks.
and that was hell for me. and a lot of other people who don't care for those filthy
Darkwing
creatures.
Duck.
Darkwing Man. That'd be my movie pitch if I was in this. Don't care if it's Marvel or not.
What was that other one?
No one remembers.
The Mighty Ducks. That was a cartoon.
That was terrible.
About ducks.
Emilio Sheen.
But there were ducks everywhere.
That's
in the
why his
90s.
career went nowhere.
My Teenage Mutant Ninja Ducks.
I think people are frightened by ducks.
Okay, here's
Jake the Duck, the Beanie
Uncomfortable
Baby.
with
here,
ducks.
like here's another thing too is
When you bring weird talking animals into the picture, people get put off.
Guardians did it.
yeah, but
Yes,
like
but
here's the thing though.
Bradley
With,
Cooper.
but also
And
like
raccoons, I mean, they're masks. They're adorable.
but also people are just gonna be like, oh, they just decided.
Ducks are abhorrent,
Stop rambling.
disgusting creatures.
We're trying to take.
No one wants to see that on the big screen.
Yes,
Alright,
yes.
you made your point. Oh no.
Okay. Also, I feel like your general audience doesn't care about Howard the Duck. They don't want to see him in his duck world, even if like they went by the comics and he's transported to our world. Unless he's like teaming up with like Spider-Man and all the other popular heroes.
Well, that's another
No one
potential
cares.
plot for a movie. The
And
Great
don't-
Howard.
that would just ruin
No.
any credibility
Listen
Yeah.
of
to
those
me.
movies.
I'm going to
It's-
say
yeah.
some words now that are going to win this debate.
Doubt
So-
it. I think I already said all the words that would win the debate.
Mine actually has a plot, and yours is too dark for an MCU movie.
Nah.
It would work. It would
well,
work for a TV show.
The
but-
Great Howard
It could work
the
as
Duck.
any. That's the great thing about mine too. Yours is a bit more stuck to a rigid. It's kind of got to
Yeah,
follow
are we gonna
that story.
gang up on
Because if
Jake
I'm
now?
not, well, it's about time. As I'm not, we have really.
Yeah,
just, and we didn't even need to spend that much
you
time.
ripped Spaceman a new
Because
one.
that was
gonna-
Needs a new
Because that was
suit.
terrible. Anyway,
I was going to talk about the Great Howard the Duck switcheroo and how that make a great movie.
no. And, yeah, I mean, yours kind of has to, because as far as I know, the Runaways aren't like that involved in what else is going on in the Marvel Universe.
Which
Yes,
that
no,
doesn't
I'm gonna
necessarily mean it's
confess
a
some
bad
ignorance
thing.
towards that. I haven't read the series, even though I'm a big Brian K. Vaughan fan.
Yeah.
I've wanted to for a while,
BKV.
but
Yeah.
I'm going to play ignorance on this. Are
Which-
they're not really involved in a lot of what's going on in the Marvel Universe, are they?
Not really, but you don't really
You got-
need them to.
you got- yeah, so I assume they have more of a...
People aren't going to be in the seats unless they see like Captain America in the
Which
trailers.
again, there like you can easily add in cameos like throughout.
Yes, Marvel did the Unknowns with Guardians, and they did something, something with a hokey, cheesy character like Ant-Man. Can they do?
And-
Do they really want to take that risk? I think the studio would be more behind mine. It's
Well,
kind of
like
a guaranteed hit.
Sony
But anyway,
would be
yours
behind
kind of
yours.
has to be a thing. My movie can be, you can do a billion different things with that character. Throw him in a number of different situations. If you want to throw him in on the team, if you want to introduce him in the team thing,
Which team
Or-
things
or if
are
you-
popular,
yeah.
which
Or
is
if you
why
wanna
mine would
have
be
him,
good.
yeah.
And also,
But that's a whole separate team. Again, people want to see Captain America and stuff up there, and they want to see awesome characters, much like Venom.
We could see duck
interacting
versions
with
of
these
those
other.
characters.
no, we don't want to see duck
Nobody wants to
versions.
see that.
You're out. You're out.
Every 90s kid
You've
wants to see
lost.
it.
Okay, so
Not
like
over to
I'm,
Dave sings.
That's right.
I'm gonna defend mine here because yes, they are. They are since they're new to the Marvel universe. They've only been around for like 10 years.
Yeah, there's not
But-
as much of a history to draw on. Yes, there's not. Well, there's not as much Flash Thompson Venom history, but there's a lot of important
My
Flash
character
Thompson
has more
history.
history than both of yours.
Doesn't matter.
There's plenty of volumes in the Runaways.
Okay.
So.
Okay, so basically,
Well,
again,
enough,
the
that to sustain how much though?
really like you could do either just like one movie or you can continue like really with
It's either gonna be one or three. So.
yeah, one or
mine-
three,
mine's
and they
got
could.
To be fair,
Sequel
the
upon sequel
team,
upon
the
sequel.
Guardians of the Galaxy team from the movie did debut in like 2008. So
Well, the characters were still around.
Yeah.
yeah, but that
Yes,
team,
that iteration
Yeah.
of the team.
But here's the thing with Runaways is like presumably by like the end of like Infinity War, a lot of our mainstay Marvel characters and actors they're gonna be gone. So you're gonna need like a new group of young people to take over the
Just gonna
reins.
recast them, not get new people.
Yeah,
I
they'll,
think they give the characters a break though before bringing them back.
Yeah.
I think
so
it'd be the
it's not too
easier
jarring.
way to do
But
it.
also-
or like if Anthony Mackie did take over, I think it might be an easier transition once Steve Rogers comes back.
Yeah.
To introduce another actor. But
But another thing too, though,
Besides the
is Marvel's doing really good at expanding like their universe with all these characters. So why not add in like this group of characters who are very likable? And I get Brian K. Vaughan is such an amazing writer. Everything the man writes is
I'll give
fantastic.
You, I'll give you that.
He's also written for
everything I've read by him
TV,
is,
movies.
yeah, fantastic.
So,
None of his movies have actually gotten made.
true. But
Why the Last Man, which incredible
I
series.
was going to bring that point up.
All-time favorites. Read that if you haven't.
yeah, it is great.
Ex Machina, also
That is
amazing.
one
Read
puzzling
that if
question
you
why
haven't.
I haven't his work.
Well, because Shia LaBeouf was attached to
Well,
Wildlife
that.
Yeah.
for 10 years.
But other,
How did
other
it not
stuff.
get made? Was Shia attached?
Just do it!
Yeah, why didn't he just do that movie? But yeah, Brian Kim, and I think he wrote the script for at least one of those.
Don't let your dreams
That's
be
kind of
dreams.
Thank you for that. That inspiration.
I dream of Howard the Duck.
No,
I don't
not
want
that
to
one.
just-
He
that-
wasn't talking about that.
I would see Shia as Howard the Duck.
No, you wouldn't. No one
No,
would
I
see
would-
that movie.
I'm only going to see it if it's The Expendables as ducks.
Yeah, I'd see that.
I wouldn't. Who's gonna pay money in a theater to watch ducks?
Hey, I would.
They're so boring. They eat bread.
Okay, anyways, back to my point
If I
though.
cried.
It's
Marvel's
drink and
gonna
smoke.
Marvel's gonna need some new blood, and yes, there may not be as much history to draw on
they've
like
got
Flash Thompson.
plenty of new blood with these very established characters. You got
Yeah.
Captain Marvel
But with
and others coming.
with Runaways, you've got a lot of. There's just so many different elements into it. You've got suspense, you've got comedy, you've got a little bit of romance in there, but not like too heavily.
You could potentially have that with Venom as
Soundtrack
well.
by the
Granted,
Runaways.
yes.
Get them
It's-
together as
yeah,
a
sure.
reunion.
Initially, yeah, a standalone Venom movie probably is going to be pretty dark. But
Which-
doesn't mean you couldn't still have the fun and the humor in there a bit, but I think people would be more open to it, especially in the movie universe. We've seen it a bit darker with Daredevil, and
Yeah.
I think the rest of those shows coming out are going to follow that same vein, but that's something that's lacking in the cinematic universe. Well,
The cinematic portion of the
of,
cinematic universe.
yeah, exactly. Of the movie portion, they all they've had their darker moments, but more or less it's been fairly upbeat, and I
Yeah.
think people might like a little shock to the system.
Which towards the end of Runaways, the first volume, that in of itself got a little darker than what I was expecting, and also like what you were saying with in terms of sequels. So the first volume, that's all about just them being on the run from their parents and trying
Wouldn't you
to.
argue that they're gonna want Marvel is gonna want whatever the next character, so whatever standalone character to be in all their other movies. They're gonna want them for next Avengers. They're gonna want them for another Civil War type movie. They're gonna want them for cameos. Do these characters really lend themselves to coming in on the other movies,
Howard the Duck could be in Guardians.
or does
Again.
and again, shut up.
Oh, no.
And again, did they add anything coming into the Avengers or something, or is it more helpful to the Runaways to have, like, say, Captain America come in as a cameo?
Let's be honest. What of these three films, who's going to make the most money?
Venom.
Well, okay. Here's
No,
kind
I mean,
of.
I'm not trying to side with anyone.
I haven't
Here's-
read the series, so I really can't say that much.
Venom.
But here's the thing with.
I do love Brian K. Vaughan, so that's,
Here's the thing with Agent Venom, though. Granted, I will admit,
but how
yes,
much is he going to be?
that would be
involved in the
that would be a
movie?
cool movie. A lot of people would go see it.
It
but
will draw a bigger audience.
Well, again,
Venom
yeah.
is
Here's
more
the
of a
thing, though.
Just purely,
to do
even though I'm going to win anyway, just purely speaking, like numbers, I just got the name recognition. People love the character. And people have been wanting to see that forever, and I think if you've got a good actor,
But I mean, look at Guardians of the
good
Galaxy.
CGI,
Hard, like barely any name recognition, and that's one of Marvel's best
One
movies.
of our
and,
co-hosts' favorite Marvel films. I'm not going to name names, but
I think it's multiple.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like
It's
It's
my
so I'm
favorite
not going to
Marvel.
name
I mean,
names.
it's
my
just
favorite.
It's my
people.
favorite Marvel.
It's
not
my
just-
favorite.
but not just with us. Like
Right,
as
you
No,
regards
no,
to one
I
of-
get that.
I didn't
But
name myself. I just said I didn't
You're
say
talking.
my name. But I didn't say
I get
my
that.
name.
But you also
I
have
was-
Chris Pratt, who could sell.
He could be Howard the Duck.
He could sell bread to a
Yeah,
duck.
but this was basically Chris Pratt.
We could have Chris Pratt selling bread to a duck.
No, you
in-
can't say
in
people
my movie.
didn't love
Whacker
Chris
Jack.
Pratt before Guardians of the Galaxy.
No, they didn't. But
He was
basically, Guardians
Getting pretty
was.
big before.
Well,
But Guardians was like
yes,
the.
Guardians skyrocket.
Yeah, that's what basically solidified him as a movie
You've also
star.
got Bradley Cooper. You've also got, even though I'm not a huge fan of Vin Diesel, some people seem to like him.
He's incredible.
In Guardians, that's about it.
You're the judge, so I'm going to agree with you on that one.
I like him.
Yeah, Guardians was his
John
best role.
Little.
Yeah.
You've got the other people that were in that movie.
Zoe
Zoe.
Saldana.
Yes.
The
Yep.
cast is right there. You can read it on
Yes.
my wall.
You've got... Yeah, and you've got Dave Bautista. No one really knew who that was. He was a
But now they
wrestler.
do.
It made him. He's going to be in the next James Bond movie. Spectre. I
Spectra.
don't know where I was
But
going
also-
with this.
You mean James
With-
Bond in the tactile neck?
Archer?
Yes.
Yeah. I would go see
With
an Archer
Agent
movie.
Venom.
Yeah.
Before you...
Screw this Archer
Yeah,
movie.
let's just screw all this. Let's make an Archer movie.
Nothing to do with Marvel
We'll do that.
whatsoever.
No, I think that should just be the end of the debate. Archer movie.
Well, let's
No,
wrap.
I
next time.
would actually like to see our
Yeah.
judge's opinion on this.
I guess so. Guy Gardner.
But,
movie.
It's like a minute.
Guy
That's
Gardner
right.
movie.
I mean, why hasn't that happened yet? But this is
Here's the
Marvel,
thing
right?
with
We'll do a
Agent
DC
Venom, though.
one.
That's not even worth the debate because it's so right.
Yeah. Here's the thing with like Agent Venom though is yes, that would make a cool movie. I don't think there's any denying that or any sort of debate. But
And
Before
I mean,
you do
you
it-
could go, even though I don't think they should, they could go a more fun, a lighthearted way with it. I think it would be. You could also. It gives Marvel the opportunity to have a more layered character.
Yeah.
That they don't really have like that.
before they
Well, not in the movie.
again before like
Anyone
Agent
wanna
Venom
attack
could come
Dave now?
into
Everyone,
No,
everyone
'cause it's
wanna-
bulletproof.
Anybody gonna attack Dave?
well, I keep trying, but I
Yeah.
keep getting remember. Anyways, so before they
The
get
argument has
introduced,
no legs
you
to
shut your
stand
whore
on.
mouth and let me bring up my point.
Oh no!
It's not what you said last
Oh,
time.
no.
The studio that made you fall in love with a CGI raccoon and a tree man can make you fall in love with Howard the Duck.
It could also make you fall
No,
in
it's
love
dumb.
with a
It's a
team
duck,
of
though.
teenage
But
heroes.
that's
I'm not
too
saying
easy.
they couldn't. Because everybody loves teenage heroes.
Yours sounds like a
And
young
everybody
adult
loves
novel.
teenagers.
No, they don't.
Teenage girls.
See, that's
Yeah.
that's another.
Everybody loves teenage girls.
I'll be honest. Yours
And-
sounds like a young adult novel type book. movie.
Yes, it does seem like that on
Do we
the
want
outside.
Marvel's Twilight
But-
here?
Nope.
No, I don't think
Brian
we
K.
do.
Brian K. Vaughan even like
The
mentioned that
Runaways
like
and the, if
yes,
you say the
it's.
Runaways and the Hunger Games really fast, they kind of sound alike.
Can I
In
counter?
all fairness, the Hunger Games are not that bad.
Yeah,
They're,
but they're like the
They're
only
alright.
Counter,
Anyways,
counter.
young adults. There.
So
yeah,
basically,
yeah,
Counter.
I was
Counterattack.
surprised though. by, like,
Music.
how
this is
dark
not this
the
is not
movies
a
were.
Hunger Games podcast.
They're
Oh,
not
no.
what I thought of like a young adult franchise. Why is
Oh,
that?
Anyway, so
Back house the floor.
yes, on the surface
Thank
it
you,
does
Judge
seem like a
Green.
young adult series, but Brian K. Vaughan even stated that that was basically this is like how you should do it, and it's not like when you're reading it, it doesn't seem like a young adult series, but that could work to their benefit because as terrible as the young adult series are, they're moneymakers. Not that Marvel needs it, but hey, this could be their young adult movie because they've done like a spy espionage
Yes.
thriller.
I'm
And,
not gonna
well,
see it then
yeah.
if it's gonna be that.
And in all fairness, the Marvel logo now does carry a lot of weight. There's no reason why Runaways couldn't do well, but I think on paper, Venom is going to do a lot better.
But are we arguing?
Yeah,
what
we're not
makes more
arguing which
money?
one would do better though.
Well, yeah, I guess I was saying more money, but it would also be more better for a sophisticated audience.
Well, it's actually better.
As
Not
I've
more
said
better.
many times,
More better
layered.
is redundant, so I strike a point from you, even though I'm
Do I
not the
have
judge.
to
You're not the judge.
Whatever.
Am I gonna put my Green Man suit on for this? Because I will.
I don't know.
Charlie Day could be in my movie.
He could be my
Alright,
movie.
I surrender. You win. You can be in mine too.
But also,
You can
like
do
I
this
was saying
now.
though, with
Rob McElhenney could direct my
He
with-
can direct mine. He's directing Minecraft. He can direct Howard the Duck.
direct mine.
He can direct.
you're
any-
derailing. This is supposed to be a debate, not talking about other great things like It's
It
Always
wouldn't
Sunny.
be Pasty Pale if you didn't mention Sunny.
It's a fair point.
All right,
But
Rob. I'm claiming Rob as a director of mine because he's already directing like a CGI whatever.
Mine could be directed by Clint Eastwood,
all right,
Iraqi
sure.
war veteran. If Bradley Cooper wasn't already playing,
So it's gonna be totally dark then.
well, it could have that element to it.
It's gonna be totally dark.
Well, it's
That's
not going to be
good.
the whole thing, but that's a
No,
big.
yeah,
It
yeah,
sounds
yeah.
It's a big part of its backstory.
Sure, your character has some relatability to it, and it has some
You have a
it
lot
has
of
some
sympathy
realness.
there.
Has some realness and sympathy.
You know, he was the star high school athlete. You know, who had problems at home. He's the bully
So yours is
to
starting
an
to-
icon.
Yours is starting
He
to
has
sound like a
connection to
sports
an
movie.
icon.
It sounds a little too dark
no,
for
I'm
the
giving
MCU.
you the background, and you know he has so much promise, and this horrific thing, he loses his legs.
This is gonna be a good
horrific
DC
thing happens
film.
to him. Among many other things. Yeah, that probably would. I mean, it'd be an amazing film no matter who makes it.
Yeah, but like MCU wise, it just
this horrible thing happens to him. He loses his legs. He's trying to make the best of it. He's trying to go on with his
You've
life.
explained his origin.
He needs this.
We don't need an origin movie on Flash Thompson.
Seen
When we edit this, we'll
July.
put spoilers for the whole thing.
Yeah.
It could be a better origin movie, though.
We've already seen Born on the 4th of July.
Another thing too, though, is
Really?
for Agent
It's pretty good.
for Agent Venom, you'd also have to. I mean, granted, we'll have Spider-Man by then. But you also have to bring in Venom. Because if you add in Agent Venom first without bringing in Venom, people are going to be like, what the shit is this?
You definitely couldn't make the Venom movie right now.
What if Spider-Man does bad again?
Yeah.
Which I hope not. But
Yeah,
what if
let's hope
Spider-Man
not.
does bad again? Will that...
Then-
I honestly
people
think there's a lot of
going to
potential
see?
for that.
Yeah. Will people just be totally tired of just spider things and not even want to
I don't know if
see
they'd be
that?
tired with spider things.
Or maybe it's something new and people
It's
want to see
I
tired.
can't say that wouldn't hurt.
As tired of spiders as people in the 90s were tired of ducks.
it.
But see, we
No,
haven't
we'll
had-
never get that.
out,
good.
of
I
curiosity.
mean, yes, that's a good point because I think there's a pretty good chance the next Spider-Man movie's gonna suck. But
if you could pick one director in seriousness to direct each of your all's films, who would you
that's
go
a good
with?
question.
We can come back to it later and let you guys
I think I've got one at the
digest.
top of my head that
Go ahead.
I
Brad
wouldn't expect
Bird.
any less. What?
Brad Bird.
Okay.
Brad Bird. Brad Bird directed Incredibles, which is one of Pixar's best movies. A superhero movie. That's basically Fantastic Four done
A
right.
child's movie.
But it's a great movie.
Tomorrowland was also better than it got credit for. I'll give you that. He directed that.
Yeah. He also directed Mission Impossible 4, which is regarded as one of the best Mission Impossible movies. So he can do live
Good
action.
film,
That was
I've seen
his his first live action movie. So he can do
Okay.
action. He can do suspense.
Nice decision.
He can do nice family friendly, action comedy
some
like
range.
Pixar. Yeah,
He's got some
he's got range. And he's also he's really talented. Like pretty much all of his movies, even though
yeah.
Tomorrowland didn't go over well, like most people said it was a pretty decent film.
Yeah.
And most
The reason I ask is if you do have a director in mind, that can kind of sense to what direction the film will go.
yeah.
So.
It's a good question.
I'm gonna stick with Rob McElhenney.
All right.
McElhenney?
Whatever.
Somewhat.
He has to be fat again. to
Proven.
direct it, just because.
Yeah, Fat Mac
He
directing.
won't be
mine.
in the movie at all.
No.
Just I know, but I just
might
want to see him
cameo.
like eating a burger while he's filming.
Skittles falling out of his
Yeah.
pocket.
Just no. Well, he'll hold the little tennis ball on a stick that'll be Howard. But
He'll feed Skittles to Howard.
You still haven't explained what the plot of your movie is.
because you all keep saying
We already said it's Expendables, but just duck versions.
Which sounds
Why are you helping
terrible.
Because I like the Expendables.
I like the second one.
Second one was a lot
pretty
better.
good.
I didn't even bother with
Here's
the
the
third
third
one.
one was done. Yeah, Rob McElhenney for mine because he
I think it's McElhenney.
whatever.
I think yeah.
Mac from Sunny, Ronald McDonald from It's Always Sunny, directing mine because he knows how to make comedic, stupid, drunk characters work.
That's the most sense you've made this whole time. But that's just your director. And even a really good director
Well, he's a
can't
ri-
save a horrible concept.
He's the writer / director of mine, and Howard the Duck is actually pretty good in the comics.
Writing and what is he, Tommy Wiseau?
Okay, I might change my answer, but no, it's Howard. The worst thing about Howard the Duck is the movie. And
He is
that,
everything.
And you're
The fact that
pitching
he's
another
a duck.
movie!
The fact that he's a duck. Nobody wants to see it. We've already been over that.
We've seen remakes and reboots of bad movies be better than the terrible original before. Hulk being a good example. Green Lantern's gonna get another shot.
Thankfully.
Guy
Yeah.
Gardner.
Yep.
Hopefully.
G squared.
Daredevil, even though he was brought into a movie, that was Marvel's doing.
It was redemption.
Yeah, so I think it's just time that another bad comic book movie character gets redeemed.
But isn't it a little
I'm gonna go.
there, though?
I'm gonna say
Alright,
he already
well,
he already
let's-
got
let's hear
redeemed as the
director.
cameo in Guardians of the Galaxy.
But he deserves a movie.
That's enough.
No,
Yeah,
he
that's
doesn't.
enough. He didn't even really deserve that.
Even if mine's a TV movie.
TV movies are usually bad.
Not always.
Most of them are.
I love Lifetime.
I have a writer-director,
Okay.
Alright.
Alan Ball. 6 Feet Under. You know, he can do the nuances of the characters.
Character development, definitely.
Yeah. One of the greatest shows ever. Michael C. Hall as.
All right, it's over.
Yeah, there you go.
Go on.
That was I kind of mainly wanted him as the writer, but why not direct? He's directed too. Why not?
How will his?
What old movies has he
How
directed?
will
Just
how
out
will
of
the hero?
curiosity.
How will he?
Movies, I'm really
How will he do with the hero thing? Though? I agree with you in the character
characterization.
development.
I'll have some Skittles.
Skittles time, guys.
Yay! Thank you.
It's a new thing we're adding.
Eating snacks during the debate. Halftime.
We screw
That's what we're gonna do at my place.
You're at Reverend Spaceman's studio. He's
Yeah,
hosting us.
we're in
Spaceman.
Yeah, we're in the Spaceman, by the way.
Yippee.
Completely derailed this whole. I don't even remember what we were talking about.
I was winning.
I don't
No,
think
you weren't.
that's accurate.
It was a 3-way tie.
Thank you.
Well, it was
He's
not a
just
three-way
being,
tie.
he's throwing you a bone.
He did just give me Skittles.
You were out of it as soon as you said Howard the Duck.
No, I was not.
Yeah.
That's not. Do not judge Howard the Duck by his original movie.
Once you said there's no plot.
What else do we have to tell him about?
What?
Anyway, I think
Wow, we're too focused on chewing.
I'm gonna be honest. I'm mainly just a huge Alan Ball fan because of 6 Feet Under. But I think the nuance that I imagine this character having is right up his alley.
Yeah, the person that
And
turns
that's
you
kinda
on to
just
that show must be really, really, knowledgeable and know some things.
I don't think so. I mean,
yeah.
he seemed. I mean, I probably. It was one of those shows that was like, well, I'll watch it because of Michael C. Hall eventually.
Yeah, the person that told you to watch it was probably,
Then it was like,
You'd
Really
also
nice.
probably let me win this debate.
Yeah.
I don't think so.
I did just give the judge some Skittles.
Robert Downey Jr.,
Yeah.
Robert Duvall.
Yeah.
Oh no! Oh, I'm the judge. Sorry, I was thinking about that movie.
Yeah, that's a movie that
Didn't see
exists.
that.
Okay. So you know, like,
I
The
guess
background-
I could have given. I don't know. On the spot, Alan Ball, but I don't think that's a bad choice at all.
No.
He's
so like, would your
fantastic.
movie though be following the comics, like, well, or would it kind of just be its own thing but using inspiration from
It'll
the
be a
comics?
freelance, like that freelance journalist. They just kind of freelance it.
A freelance rock journalist, we know.
I don't really think any of ours would probably follow the comics.
I would say of
No
the
movie
three,
can.
the
Well, yeah,
Runaways
yeah.
would because it has the least material.
Yeah.
But again, I mean, obviously you have to make some changes. Like, this would be
Yeah.
post Civil War.
Everything
But I think
has to
that
be
would
shown
actually-
on the screen.
But I think that would actually-
Yeah.
But I think being post Civil would actually make it more interesting because more reason why they're being hunted down by the law and all these
Skittles
other
Part
people.
2.
Do you give
Well-
up? Do you give up? Do you give up the debate?
He might. Oh, now
No.
he's staying in. He's staying in.
No, as much as I love Skittles.
Another thing too, though, that never got
No,
to
but
answer.
before you, no, I had something.
Order.
These are Skittles
No,
orchards.
yes,
by
and
the
that,
way.
to go along with your point,
Skittles orchards.
I think Venom could work because he works for the
Angry
government.
Orchard's good.
You know, they already know who he is. He's their government agent. He would fit in there perfectly.
Okay.
He could, he could even have him as the mole in the Avengers.
Okay.
But I'm just there's a million different things you could do with this character. I don't know that there's as much you could do with the Runaways. You couldn't do anything with Howard the Duck in this Marvel universe.
Aside from a cameo.
Yeah, you could have like a standalone movie, but it doesn't fit into the MCU whatsoever.
No.
Not in the current tone.
Let me finish my Skittles.
It's fair.
Alright. It's not in. Mine is not in the universe at first. It probably would end with him. It'd be like a prequel to Guardians where it ends with him getting stuck
Joining
in
the
our
universe.
Yeah.
Does he fly?
Yeah.
And get
He runs really fast and just like combines every universe, and the whole universe is a multiverse.
the Flash as a
What is this, Flash?
So, yeah. Yeah, let's just make my movie just a crossover of everything. Crisis on Infinite Secret Wars.
Well, your movie's not getting made, so.
No. It isn't.
Right now.
Yeah. Can I change my answer to Thunderbolts?
No.
I think he's giving up, ladies and germs.
Too late for that.
Alright, the Thunder Ducks.
Also-
The Thunderbolts, but
You're
with Howard the
48
Duck.
minutes in here. It's way too late.
Yeah.
Hey, Thunderbolts.
Okay, so just closing statements for me to wrap up. I
Okay.
never got to answer.
No. Wait. All right, closing statements.
This is like
Jake,
your
wrap up.
defeat speech.
No, this is
You're like Al Gore in election.
This is me actually answering a question that Jordan, the judge, asked earlier that none of us answered. So basically, you're talking about like sequels. Yes, mine has potential to go at least 2, 3 movies. Because again, first
It's gotta go 1 or 3.
3 for sure.
Okay.
Because
No such thing as 2.
Brian K. Vaughan wrote the first 3 volumes, and then Joss Whedon took over afterward. Joss Whedon's great, written a lot of great stuff,
He's no
done some good
BKB.
movies. He isn't, but it's still the fact that he knows Marvel, he's good, but Brian K. Vaughan did the first 3 volumes, so make the first 3 movies on his run, which are the best. So again, first movie, you're just following the first volume where they're trying to take down their parents. They take down their parents. Volume 2.
Spoiler. See, now no one's gonna see your movie because we know how it ends.
Yours doesn't have an ending.
Well,
Yours has nothing.
Arguably, though, any fan of the series would already probably know that.
We all know how every Marvel movie's gonna end, really. Standalone.
Bad guys get defeated.
Unless it's like Game
That's
of
not really a
Thrones and you
spoiler.
read the books and you still don't know
But,
what's going on the show.
Volume 2 is dealing with the aftermath of taking down their parents, and they're kind of like, while they're trying to stay low profile, they're also trying to
It's
fight
gonna be
crime.
the worst one. It's just got to be enough to hold over for the big
Actually,
splash.
I think I might like Volume 2 a little bit better than 1, actually.
Ah.
So it has potential to actually surpass the first one. Because in Volume 2,
Yeah.
they're trying to, prevent criminals from filling the void of their parents. Because now, all of, West
Somebody's gotta fill
Coast...
that hole.
Yeah, someone's got to fill that hole.
Dwayne Johnson.
So you've got all these other criminals and stuff trying to take over the West Coast, and they're trying to stay low key, but trying to prevent crime from taking over Los Angeles and the West Coast.
They're trying to stay Loki, but we were already oversaturated with Loki.
Yeah, I don't want to see Loki again.
After Ragnarok, I think we're done with Loki.
So basically,
We're not, but
the way Volume
Can
2.
Tom Hiddleston be in the film though? But not as Loki.
He can.
Or is he just that?
He can
worn
voice
out?
a duck in mine. He can voice a duck Loki.
I feel like
And
he's.
Frog Thor can be in mine
nobody
too.
wants to see that.
Everyone
Frogs are
wants
slimy.
everyone wants to see
Frog and a duck
Thor.
Anyways,
together.
let's get our closing statements in before we
Gross.
get.
All right.
People want to see Frog Thor more than they want to see Wonder
Howard the
Thor.
Duck.
That's not the debate.
It's not debate.
I
So
agree
anyways.
with everything you're saying, but that's not the debate.
So basically, the second movie would be dealing with the aftermath, and probably more so dealing with the aftermath of Civil War and Infinity War. And then the third one, you might have to tweak a little bit more, dealing with the aftermath of the other movies. But it's still got potential to go 3 solid, strong movies. Unlike, sadly, a couple, Iron Man, where the didn't go quite as strong for a trilogy.
Yeah.
But
They're still
It
not
could
bad.
have.
No,
there
they're
was
not-
plenty.
yeah,
You give Matt Fraction the reins over that.
Yeah.
So I thought his Iron Man run was
yeah,
amazing.
it was.
He's a co-producer on mine. Works closely with Rob.
You've lost, Richard. You've lost. Okay.
I don't think that's for you to decide.
Okay.
Okay.
He's
You
still
want
in
to just say
this.
that you lost as your closing statement?
No.
He has done it himself.
Fine, let's let him try to salvage this. He won't. Spoiler alert. He won't.
Name of this podcast: spoilers.
I think Howard the Duck deserves some redemption. 'Cause-
No, he doesn't.
Yes, he does.
No one cares.
Just let him talk. Don't
Okay.
even interrupt. I want to hear this.
He's a beloved character to a lot of people, much like
Pay no attention to the man behind the curtain.
he has fans. Howard the Duck has fans.
He does.
You.
There are other people. He's actually doing pretty strongly now in the comics as of course a comedic character. My movie would be a comedy through and through, by the way.
Yep.
Obviously.
Like Seinfeld with ducks.
Yep.
Because there'd be no lessons, there'd be no morals. It'd just be funny. Everything would be designed to be funny.
Is Jerry Seinfeld gonna play the duck?
Putty the duck.
He could.
Putty.
He could. Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, I would maybe accept
Patrick Warburton's definitely gonna be in there.
I would maybe accept
He
90
voices
minutes
everything.
of basically Seinfeld as ducks.
All right.
And
That's not what you're pitching, unfortunately.
That's cool.
it'll reference Seinfeld, much like Scott Pilgrim did, and then at that point you'll be sold on my movie. When
Just because that's how it went.
But
one-
yours
with
won't
one
get
movie
made.
didn't mean it. Yeah, I'll never have the opportunity.
Good job. Good effort. All right, Dave.
Never have the opportunity. Okay, so I
Closing
think
statement.
this movie has the potential to bring a more nuanced character than we've seen in the Marvel Universe, and I think it's a bigger addition to the Marvel Universe than some teenage heroes or whatever Richards was.
Well,
think-
it was a duck.
Yeah, I think it adds
Show some
a.
respect to your
It's-
I'm adding a
competitors.
whole
It's an iconic
universe,
character.
literally.
It's
Of
you know,
ducks.
it's a different take on a villain that people, I guess the mainstream audience probably isn't, if they're familiar with Venom at all, they're probably not really familiar with this iteration of Venom. you know, you've got a lot of not only inner conflict, but you know, conflict with, you know, you had some things going on with Hobgoblin, and again, I think my main point with this is just the versatility of it. It can really be, you can put him in any situation, you can do any kind of really style of movie, and it'll be good.
I think he's already given up people. I was going to pick him before he left.
I'm getting ready for the loser.
Do we not talk about our punishment here?
Oh yeah, we got
the punishment.
The losers have to try a drop of flashbang hot sauce.
Which I'm not going to lose.
And I, the host, will do it as well because I want to.
Yeah, I actually had to sign a waiver to get this stuff.
Oh, wow.
You don't have legal documents here, so I'm not going to lose anyway.
We're all going to die.
And you might as well just
I'm already
take it.
bandaged up and broken, so.
I think we should definitely
Broken,
have
beaten, scarred.
the people, whoever loses trying it, whoever that might be, trying it, be part of the recording.
Okay.
Okay, yeah.
Well, I guess,
All right, then.
Yeah, let's hear the ruling.
Right. Drum roll.
It's our decision.
I know I made some really strong arguments.
No, you didn't.
I will say, well thought out of everyone. Jake had a very, well thought. Now, as much as it hurts me to say, as much as his arrogance and confidence blinds him, the winner is Dave.
Yes.
no, it isn't.
Suck it. And not surprising anyone, really.
I will say I liked yours probably the best out of all three of these.
Yours was the hardest to fight.
I like Jake's.
I think yours could be good if it's not a young adult thing.
But it isn't.
If I'd read the series,
All right.
Brian, you had me at Brian K. Vaughan. Really? I will read the series at some point.
It was close. You came prepared
I'm
with
sure
your
if I-
arguments, your facts.
I'm not opposed to seeing a Runaways movie at all. I'm just,
Okay.
if
Just
anything
wait,
is
we're
better.
Yeah, I'm gonna do it too.
Yeah.
Yeah, you get some bonus
That's
behind the
insane.
features thing here.
Yeah,
when we
this
try
is our punishment. We don't have video at all, but this is our punishment.
We could
I will
periscope
try
it.
to. Yeah, I didn't even really know what that was till the other day.
Yeah,
but
finally.
Just smell. Just.
I heard people.
But I guess.
Yes, let me smell. I'll narrate. I'll try to narrate this
Yeah.
anyway.
You become the judge for this.
Yeah, we're currently we have this. Describe to them what
Oh,
container
toothpick
this
is.
hot sauce is in.
Toothpick
It's
is
actually
something
in
What
a-
is
And if you're still with us, thank you.
It's actually in a flashbang grenade.
Mino people out there love you.
And probably.
Yeah.
So
You're lovely
anyway,
people.
We're each toothpicks dipped in this blood red liquid.
Yep.
From the sand people.
Yeah.
I'm just
This is
smelling
actual
it.
blood.
I'm not trying it. I won. Plus, I'm not doing it anyway.
Even
right.
if you lost.
Yeah.
All
I
right.
have no tolerance for heat whatsoever.
What'd you think of the smell?
Guys are insane. Yeah, I don't think I'd like it.
All right.
That's what he said.
Ready?
Yep.
Yeah, they're going for it.
3,
Everybody that got their tongues
2,
out, it's sensual.
1.
All right, everybody's tried it. Everybody's had it on their tongue, except for me, of course. 'Cause I
Oh,
won.
holy shit!
Jake's the first to drink.
I'm out of drink. One more drink.
Everyone seems to be taking it fairly well. He's hiding it. It's definitely taking a hold of Jake.
Come on.
Your Spaceman, the Reverend doesn't seem that affected.
I've already
Oh
done.
man, he's
I've done it before.
he's the hot one of our group.
Yippee.
Take that whatever
Ooh,
way you.
y'all might get some really bad hiccups.
Lovely. Oh man.
All right. We're the winners now. Dave loses.
Yeah.
Yep.
Can't revert your decision.
He's a judge.
Yep.
So that means I'm reigning champ.
Who paid you
Speaking of
off?
Judge, I want a sequel to Dread.
As do I.
I need to see Dread. But anyway,
All right. Wrapping it up.
I won. You guys
Dave's
have
the
terrible
winner.
ideas for things.
You guys
As much
should-
as his
I'm not a graceful winner.
confidence will betray him one day.
Is it not already?
The next time we have a debate.
Yes. Good job,
Which might be
everyone.
later tonight.
Which I was judging, and I'm going to judge the next one. So
Thanks for listening.
obviously.
We'll see you next time.
Yep.